Alright, today I have a very cool French lock. It is an IZIS lock. You can see they have a very cool key. But it's actually cooler than it looks because this piece here pushes in and then this part turns around. So the post is for tensioning and then the pins actually stay put while you turn the post. Very cool. So here it is working in the lock. Push and turn. So the front parts are completely still. So you're actually moving the back part of the cylinder. It is like a tubular lock, and then it'll go around several steps. So I'll only pick it like one rotation about that far, so it doesn't re-lock up again, because I do not want to have to pick it 5 times. That would just take a really long time. But once we get it, I'll show you, and you can see the cam on the back will move too. Sadly, this one is not cuttable. There's a crimp on this I would have to destroy, and then it would be a bit loose forever. But I do have a second one here, slightly different format. I think this is the inside and that's the outside, one of the two. But this one I can pull apart and gut, so once we've picked this, I'll pull this one apart and show you what it looks like as well. That one, I picked that one, but it's potentially non-functional. I received it as broken, so I've maybe fixed it, but it doesn't work with my key, so I'm not sure if they were keyed different or not. Oh, this is my very fancy tensioning tool that I produced out of a meat skewer. You may recognize this from a recent video on a Fontaine lock. I kind of can't believe this works as well as it does, but anyway, you just sort of stick that in there and let's get a nice grip on that. And then just using this basic, mostly flat pick to poke away. Now, they do act very tapered, these pins. You'll see once I pull the other one apart, what I mean. And if you want to see a really good view of them, we'll recommend you go watch Rune Picker's video, where he picked this lock recently and stuck them under a little digital microscope, which is pretty cool. All right. Loose. Alright, it starts off simple enough, just going around looking for the binding pin. But then you end up just hunting around and around and around and around with zero feedback. Yeah, kind of like this. For just ages. So I think we've either overset it completely, which I don't think we have, or we're basically done. And now what we've got to do is tap out of the taper, which they're very fine and the tolerances are quite good, so you just go around and around and around and around until you're completely mad, and about 1 second before you give up, it should pop open. At least that's what it did to me 5 minutes ago when I picked it off camera. So you just want to be gentle. Feel that little bit of spring on each one. Whoop, and there it is, picked. So just going to rotate that far, remove my pick. So if we show that, what's the problem again? Can't see that. You can see that this is moved. If you remember, see, can we get a light such that you can see? Trouble is, it's quite a ways down there. I will really quickly put that there. Just going to go and grab a more directional light. Sorry, high quality video production here. Alright, here's another phone. Alright, can we... Whoa! There you go. If you look down there, you can see we're currently partly picked. And if we open this back up, stick that back down, and turn it this way, we're relocked. Okay, and hopefully we did that right. Yes, key still works. Fantastic. So that is the IZIS lock picked. And see on this one, it's got this crimp here that I would have to undo to get this. And then these clip here and here would come out. But once they're out, there's no way to sort of put them back together again. These are just mounting screws in them. Once they're out, yeah. Anyway, so that's that one. My very, very bodge tensioning tool. Let's just adjust that light. All right, let's pull this one in. Now, this one I can cut. I can show you exactly what's going on inside there. All right, so first things first is to get this retaining clip out. Without stabbing myself too bad. Man, I've been wanting to get one of these locks for so long. They're just the coolest keys. Like, I'd love to, put one on the front door. But, all right, so once that's off and this back cam piece is off, this one had some rivets that were holding this to this, which I had to grind and punch off. All right, so then once you've done that, with that flattish, this piece will slide out the back, and it successfully brought with it 2 of the driver pins. Also, when I got this, it was completely full of oil. All right, so that's pin 3, 4, 5, drivers 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. No, it must have been 2 when it's fallen down. So that's 1 and 3. Yep. See, this was completely full of oil, and even then, I gave it a huge clean. We're still pulling oil out. All right, so I'll just show you this bit. So this is the piece that goes on the inside. And you see, this is why my tensioner works. See, in both the cylinders, this goes in, and there's this hole there, which I'm not sure what it's there for. Perhaps manufacturing, or needed for the manufacturing, but basically that's what my tensioner was doing, is just pushing on that. yeah, if that hole wasn't there, it'd be still possible, but a lot more difficult. It's got this ball bearing here, which doesn't seem to do anything. I'm wondering if it's gotten pushed too far in, but it doesn't come out. And I can't see anything that it interacts with, so I thought it might have been for centering it, but I'm not sure. So anyway, that has just... No, I want to come out. 5 springs. Nice copper springs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. Let's put that down, and I'll get out these key pins. All right, so I'll just use this, and we're going to push them out. So key pin, whoops, 1. 1. 2. Like all French locks, this is not really designed to be very serviceable. They're kind of a pain to get back together again. Kind of a pain to pull apart. At least this one's not a monoblock. Alright, so then you can see down there. So this is just solid brass. So again, just in case it's not clear, so the key goes in and the pegs go through that hole. It pushes, and then the back bit is what rotates. So this piece does the moving. The shear lines between the front solid piece and this inside, that's where it turns. Alright, so that's that. Now if we take some of these, it's not too filthy, you can see here, ooh. So they're all like this. They sit in, and you've got these divots and then this long tapered section, and then the key pin sits with its tapered section facing towards it. They're basically the same thing, so they line up together. So with all 5 of them with those double long tapered bits, just whoop, spring, 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 tap, 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 with literally 0 feedback. You're tapping along, maybe once every 30 taps you feel a tiniest little bit, but basically nothing. So it's all, yeah, just these little divots. Okay, get you close up, but like I said, Arun Picker did a nice pick of one of these as well, and stuck them all under the microscope, which gives a bit of a better view. So they would sit like that. Now, I'm not 100% sure that this is the correct bitting. This one came broken, and I pulled it apart and cleaned it, but it doesn't work with the key. I can't make it work with the key, so that may not even be how they're meant to be put together, but there you go. So you can see they're all basically the same. The only way you can tell the difference between the driver and the key pins is length. Some of them appear to be steel though, while some of them are brass. Only 3 of them were steel. I don't know if that's normal or that means they should be key pins or drivers, but I've got them sort of as a mix of both. So there you go, that is the IZIS lock. Very, very cool French lock. Probably my favourite lock I own at the moment. Oh, what a key. Alright, thanks for watching.